So if you are on controller and you are finding it hard to hit your shots or control recoil, that means your sensitivity is something higher than what it should be. You are not as good as you think you are on controller to be playing the sense that you are trying to play. So as a controller player, you have to figure out your own perfect sense. It is good to use other people's senses as like a baseline and then lower it to your own standards. But for me personally, I could play on a higher sense, but it just lowers your consistency. Sure, I could like, you know, maybe increase this like around like the 210 to 240 range is my like sweet spot that I figured out. So you're gonna have to figure out your sweet spot. If I were to go to like 300, that'd be harder. Let me try max settings actually. How to actually be good at a role player, yeah. So I'm gonna play on max settings. Let me see how this feels in max settings. You gotta be so much more precise on an analog stick to play on max settings. Like if I was in game, sure, I'm just playing against bots right now. But if I played in game, it'd be very much harder to control this with like players with actual movement. But yeah, as I said, you're gonna want to figure out your perfect sensitivity in this game. Go in the firing range, shoot bots for like 30 minutes to an hour. A lot of players, they just want to hop in and don't like put in the out of game work to like actually get better. So if you're actually dedicated to getting better at the game, you're going to have to take the time to perfect your sensitivity. And then next on the list is your zoom sensitivity. So a lot of people don't understand really what zoom sensitivity is in this game or in any game. Your ADS multiplier, zoom sensitivity, it's kind of similar in every game. It's basically a percentage of your normal sensitivity. So your look horizontal and vertical. Your zoom sensitivity multiplier will be, as it says, a multiplier of that sensitivity. So take 40% of 310 and 220, and that's what my ADS sense is when I'm aiming down sights. When you're playing any game, you're going to want your ADS sense to be definitely lower than your horizontal and vertical. Basically, your zoom sense should be slower than your looking around sense. Because you want to be able to look around fast and be able to make adjustments depending on enemies you're fighting in the game. Maybe you're fighting against a light that's dashing around. Maybe someone's in the sky hitting a jump pad. You have to, you know, look around to recenter your screen. How's your FCAR recoil that low? So I do have way more frames on PC, so it's like easier, but here's the recoil control right here. It goes up to the right, and this is me controlling it without aim assist. So like if I can do this without aim assist, with aim assist it's a million times easier controlling recoil like this. So yeah, listen, I usually play linear, but like I literally just switched over to sinusoidal, and this feels insane after the nerf. But this is what I'm running right now, and then I have 5 8-minute zone.